So the first topic, what is the very best of leadership? I've looked hard and wide for a definition, a challenge of the best of leadership. And the best that I've come across is a comment by Indra Nooyi, who was president and CEO of PepsiCo. And Indra Nooyi offered the following challenge. Please help others rise. Your greatness comes not from a position, but from helping build a future. We have an obligation to pull others up. And if you look at that, I think you'll see that there are actually three different ideas in this. And I would just like to emphasize these three different ideas. So the very first comment is, please help others rise. Please help others rise. And I think your entire leadership challenge can be encapsulated in that idea. We're at our very best in our leadership roles when we elevate other people, when we help them rise, especially in their toughest moments, when we perhaps help people see further than they currently see, when we help people believe that they can do more than they currently do, when they have the mindset that, as long as I work hard enough, there's almost nothing I cannot do in this place. Those are the people who we want in our organizations. And I'll return to that at the end of the 20 minutes or so in which I'll share these ideas. So please help others rise. And then Indra Nooyi goes on to say, your greatness comes not from a position, let's add a title, how large your office is, whether you have one or two windows and so forth, but the extent to which you help build a future, the extent to which you help build a future for your organization, the extent to which you help build a future for your current employees. I think that's what evidences your greatness. And then she says, we have an obligation to pull others up. We have an obligation to pull others up. And I would like to modify that slightly, because to me, the term obligation sounds negative. So perhaps let's just change the word obligation and think that we have a responsibility to pull others up. So please help others rise. Your greatness comes not from a position, from helping build a future, and we have a responsibility to pull others up. But I think responsibility still doesn't emphasize what you have in your hands. And I think what I would like to say is we have the privilege of pulling others up. Not everybody gets this privilege. So what is the leadership challenge? Please help others rise. And your greatness comes not from your position, from your status, but it's from what you leave when you're no longer there. And we have this privilege to help others rise. So with that in mind, with these thoughts from Indra Nooyi, if I can contrast the very best and the very worst of leadership, I would say that the very best of leaders elevate their followers, and the very worst of leaders, dreadful leaders, demean their followers. So in contrast to picking them up, they demean them, they belittle them, they make them feel smaller. They make them feel smaller. They squelch them, they steamroll them, they make them feel invisible. And to share the idea of what I think the very best of leadership is, and they do all of this in 60 seconds or less. They do all of this in 60 seconds or less. Leadership is not about, and we'll get onto this in a moment, the biggest things you've ever done. Leadership truly is about those moments in which you pick people up. And sadly, sometimes leaders belittle their people. Just think of these terms, belittle, little. They make them feel smaller. And what's the problem with that from an organizational perspective? When people feel small, they act small. They behave small, and their contribution is small. And you can just substitute the term invisible. When people feel invisible, they behave that way. So we have the opportunity, we have the privilege in helping to elevate